Welcome to today's explainer. Look, if you think charisma is just something you're born with, like your height or your eye color, I have some incredibly good news for you. That is a complete myth. In this explainer, we're going to completely deconstruct the biology of social magnetism. We're going to dive deep into the exact measurable signals your body sends out that make people stop, listen, and absolutely trust you. We're breaking down the definitive science of masculine charisma into three highly trainable pillars: presence, power, and warmth.
Okay, let's dive into this by shattering the biggest misconception right out of the gate. Charisma isn't a gene. You aren't just magically endowed with it, and you certainly aren't doomed if you feel like you don't have it right now. Researchers who study social influence have found something that's a bit uncomfortable at first, but honestly, it's incredibly empowering. People don't just respond to the words you say. They respond to how your body, your voice, and your attention make them feel. You absolutely do not need a specific DNA sequence to be charismatic.
It's also not some mystical aura, and it for sure isn't just blind luck. True presence has absolutely zero to do with gimmicks, or trying to be the loudest guy in the room, or engaging in what we might call alpha cosplay. Actually, arrogance and frantic dominance, those are just massive signals of deep insecurity. True charisma is grounded, and it's completely rooted in biology, not magic.
So what is it then? Well, charisma is a pattern. More specifically, it's a highly specific pattern that your nervous system continuously broadcasts to the nervous systems of everyone around you. And here's the really fascinating part. Other people's nervous systems pick up on this broadcast before you even open your mouth to speak. Your physiology is literally constantly telling a story about your internal state.
So let's define exactly what we're talking about today. Charisma is a learnable set of physiological, vocal, and psychological signals. When you combine these signals, they clearly tell the people around you, I'm here, I'm steady, and I'm safe to follow. This means if you want social magnetism, what you're really trying to master is nervous system control. It's just a trainable biological state.
Module 1, Presence and Biological Power.
Now, this is where most people completely misunderstand masculine energy. Real power doesn't look frantic. It never rushes. And most importantly, real power doesn't need to frantically prove itself every 12 seconds. Behavioral neuroscientists call this the dual hormone hypothesis. On one hand, you have testosterone. That's associated with drive, status-seeking, and motivation. On the other hand, you have cortisol, our primary stress hormone, which is linked to threat sensitivity and vigilance. The true, magnetic, leader-like profile isn't just about high testosterone. It's about high testosterone combined with uniquely low cortisol. Basically, you project incredible power when your body is highly motivated but entirely unrattled by stress.
So how do we actually control that hormonal state without trying to just hack it? We target the inputs, specifically through your vagus nerve. Your vagus nerve controls your parasympathetic system, the rest and digest mode. When your parasympathetic tone is strong, you naturally exhibit slower breathing, relaxed facial muscles, smoother movements, and virtually zero fidgeting. These subtle physical cues broadcast a primal, unconscious message to everyone in the room. There is no threat here because I am not threatened. Unnecessary speed signals fear. Relaxed stillness signals immense capacity.
Let's make this highly practical with our first actionable drill. You can practice this today. It's called the micropause. When someone finishes talking, simply pause for half a beat before you respond. Nothing dramatic, just a tiny fraction of a second. This does something amazing. It instantly lowers your verbal reactivity, communicates profound composure, and forces your breathing rhythm to slow down. It shows you aren't desperately scrambling to jump into the conversation. Step 2 involves a highly specific number, 3.3. Studies on gaze duration reveal that 3.3 seconds is the exact scientific threshold for comfortable, unbroken eye contact. Charismatic eye contact is not a staring contest. Seriously, that just reads as aggressive or totally awkward. Instead, hold eye contact as you finish a sentence, and right at about that 3-second mark, do a natural microblink and intentionally release your gaze. Glance away softly like you're deep in thought, not like you're trying to escape. Calm connection, controlled release.
Module 2, The Acoustics of Authority.
If your body language is the movie trailer, your voice is the actual feature film. Humans are evolutionarily hardwired to detect incredibly subtle vocal cues. For thousands of years, the voice was our primary tool to instantly detect confidence versus fear. Let's contrast two powerful vocal habits. In a lot of cultures, using an upward inflection, where your pitch kind of rises at the end of a sentence, is subconsciously interpreted as uncertainty. It makes you sound like you're constantly asking for permission. Conversely, a downward inflection, where you deliberately drop your pitch at the end of a statement, creates a distinct feeling of completion, finality, and absolute certainty. Plus, fast talking often leaks anxiety, while deliberate pauses inherently create status. A pause implies you don't need to rush for anyone's approval.
Let's practice this downward inflection with a really quick drill. Say these quotes out loud with me. I'll handle it. We're meeting at 7. End each line with a slight downward finish, almost like a heavy period. But here is the absolutely crucial point. Do not try to force a fake, gravelly, deep voice by pushing your larynx down. Instead, focus on taking a 4-second inhale deep into your diaphragm, feel those lower ribs expand, and speak from that grounded resonance. Your goal isn't to sound artificially deep. Your goal is to sound profoundly certain and relaxed.
Module 3, Nonverbal Energy Management.
We hear a lot about body language, but we need a scientific correction right here. Charismatic body language isn't just about puffing out your chest or striking weird, dominant superhero poses. Instead, we have to redefine it as nonverbal energy management. It's all about how efficiently you move, how much space you comfortably claim, and ultimately, how safe you feel to be around. Let's run through the exact physical signals that broadcast confident energy. First, an open posture. This simply means dropping signals of self-protection. Don't cross your arms, keep your hands visible, keep your shoulders relaxed. Second, healthy spatial plane. You occupy your seat fully without shrinking, but you never ever invade other space or block exits. Real charisma always respects boundaries. Finally, touch mechanics. A firm web-to-web handshake that lasts exactly 1 to 2 pumps, followed by a clean release, no bone-crushing grips.
Which brings us to the slowed kinetics rule. It's represented by a single, powerful metric, 10%. Moving too fast makes you look reactive, nervous, and lower status. But if you make a deliberate effort to move just 10% slower than the rest of the room, you instantly broadcast ultimate capability and predictability. Sit down without rushing. Turn your head smoothly before your body turns. Just half as much, but twice as intentionally. People won't consciously think to themselves, wow, he's moving slowly. Their nervous system will just register that you are incredibly grounded. Module 4, Warmth, the Charisma Multiplier.
Now this is the crucial non-negotiable element that completely separates magnetic, attractive charisma from cold, toxic dominance. When you exhibit power without warmth, you're perceived as unpredictable, selfish, and frankly dangerous. You might be intimidating, sure, but you aren't charismatic. However, when you combine power with warmth, the entire dynamic flips. Unpredictable becomes leadership. Selfish becomes protection. Dangerous becomes trustworthiness. You absolutely need power and presence to be respected, but you desperately need warmth to be welcomed by the group.
Think of warmth as the neurochemistry of active listening. When someone feels deeply understood by you, it triggers a literal dopamine reward pathway in their brain. You can spark this through some really subtle cues, nodding at the appropriate moments, gently matching their emotional tone without awkwardly copying them, and using short, validating statements like, "That makes sense," or "Yeah, I get that." The most charismatic person in the room is very often just the one who makes everyone else feel charismatic.
Here is your warmth drill. Try this in your very next conversation. First, subtly mirror their pace and energy level, just enough to build a bridge of rapport. Second, and this is massive, give them 60 seconds of radical attention. Do not interrupt. Do not try to one-up their story. Do not sit there mentally rehearsing what you're going to say next. In our highly distracted, constantly buzzing world, granting someone your full, unrushed attention is the ultimate high-status signal. It upgrades your warmth instantly and proves that your power is safe.
The 7-Day Charisma Protocol.
We've decoded the biology, but knowledge without application is pretty useless, right? It's time to synthesize these concepts into a cohesive, highly actionable routine. Over the next week, I want you to rapidly integrate these 4 daily drills. 1. Implement the half-beat micro-pause before speaking, and practice that 3.3-second eye contact with an intentional release. 2. Use a downward vocal inflection to finish your statements with certainty. 3. Practice slowed kinetics by moving just 10% slower than the frantic pace of the room. And 4. Offer 60 seconds of radical, undivided attention in your conversations. Stop trying to be impressive and start trying to be steady.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer, and to a critical decision point for you. We've deconstructed the science of social magnetism, but the execution is entirely in your hands. So, which of the 4 pillars, presence, voice, body language, or warmth, will you actively choose to train first today?
Take command of your nervous system, start broadcasting the right biological signals, and watch how the world completely changes its response to you.